Mm. Hello everyone. I'm very happy to be with you today. I am Magdala Ramirez, and today it's Equinox, and I just love March Equinox. It is just heading into this beautiful light. What it really means within your own self and what it is happening into this very beautiful planet in this time and space. Make the inside the same of the outside, and the outside the same of the inside. There is the sacredness of the feminine and the sacredness of the masculine. And I really need to tell you that these two forces are within your own self. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, or even your sexual preferences, you still have that polarity within your own self. The feminine, it is the world within your own self. It is how do you relate with you. What it makes a reality, a perception. What is going on with that manifestation of yours, which is your masculine. So you have two worlds. One world where you have all these beautiful senses and all these incredible teachings, all these places within your own self, a world that nobody can see but you. And then there is this other world, the way that you relate, the way that you manifest, the way that you react. And what is going on inside of you? When I think about the feminine ways in the teachings of the Great Mother, I think truly about that liberation. Nowadays, in science, they call it the quantum field, a field that you don't see, but it is there. And that it is the part that it has been missing for a long time in the system. They only wanted to relate with the masculine and limit every part of the human being about what is that feminine. What is that beautiful sacredness of the union of polarities inside of you and the sacredness of the masculine that actually it wasn't in the system either. So today we're going to be talking about the union of polarities and how that feminine and masculine, it is so completely interrelated. You have two hemispheres in your brain, and that becomes one and the same. In this part of you, I am making this triad with my hands for you to comprehend. There is Father and Mother in you. There is that realization of the self, and there is that understanding of both worlds happening at the same time. The time of the equinox, it is always within yourself, and it is the first door to open the many, many dimensions, the many, many worlds. Many worlds that you have been in there already. Different planes of existence you have. You have already all these creations going on in many, many worlds. And it is the time for you to integrate it in your own consciousness. Your consciousness is very much about what you're being conscious about. Then you have the subconscious mind, the parts that you don't know, that you do have it. That is your part of the feminine, that it is constantly revealing so many beautiful teachings and so many beautiful things that it was hidden from you for a long time. So raising your consciousness, it has to do with the revelations that you have within yourself. It is giving birth to a new understanding of who you are and how to perceive this amazing, beautiful world, and how to perceive all this love that you are, every experience, every lesson that you have. So within yourself you have this enlightener, the one that it is able to train your mind into a different aspects of yourself. Yes, in this time and space, it is the feminine, the one that it is leading the way. Means that your heart knows what is going on and it is leading the way. Your personality, it needs to adapt to a new understanding. How quick you are to process. Accelerating the process, it is imperative at this time. The quickening is happening as we speak. Every decision that you made, it is already being made by your heart. And by the time that it gets into your consciousness, you think that it is a rational decision maybe. And it is not. It is always involved the heart, because the heart is much more quicker. Why? Because the heart is not bounded by time. The heart knows and recognizes your lessons. Recognize where are you and where are you going. Recognize your original DNA in that beautiful human being that you are, in the sacredness that you have always been. The sacredness of the masculine is not afraid of a powerful woman. For it is a mirror that you are able to understand and embrace. The sacredness of the masculine, it is able to recognize the space that you have in the cycle of life. Yes, the masculine is the protector. It is the protector of life. It is the protector of the love that you are without imprisoning. The sacredness of the masculine, it is able to hold on into that truth, to stand up in that truth. It's not afraid of truth. It doesn't feel threatened by a woman, a powerful woman. The sacred masculine understand that that is that Holy Spirit that it is always enlightening. It is that feminine, the one that enlightens. That beautiful divine feminine that recognizes herself as the daughter of the Great Mother. And understand that the job description is very powerful. It is recognizing that you have all these incredible powers, that you are beyond any limitation. It is your mind that wants to limit because of the programming. But once that mind begins to get enlightened and accept that enlightenment, everything changes. You live in that world of oneness. And it is the time when the two becomes one and the same. And one and the same, it is that Holy Spirit that you have always been. That one and the same, it is able to see beyond the fears. You have that transparency, nothing to hide anymore. And in the time of the equinox, it gives you that chance to understand the many worlds. I want you to think about all your relations and how in every relation it has been such a learning process. The feminine, their job, our job, is that the teachers of love. What you have been teaching about love. Are you afraid of love? You know, the power of love is the true healer. It's not time, as they make you believe for such a long, long time in the patriarchal system. They thought, well, time will heal everything. And that is not true. There has been a lots of cover-ups, but once you bring love into every aspect of yourself, you heal it. For the mother is the greatest healer. What is that aspect of the woman that you are? The enlightener, the new beginning. The one that it is able to hold hands with that sacred masculine that you are. And being able to not to be afraid of truth, but embrace every aspect of you. You're not afraid anymore. As a sacred woman, you are holding hands with that sacred masculine. And it is all happening within your own self. So it is for that sacred masculine. It is always holding hands with that sacred woman. So what happened in this distortion of that patriarchal system? And what is going on in this journey back into that original vibration for the human being? For the sacredness of the union of polarities has always been there. But what is that reference that we have? The system, it is inside of the people as a programming. And that's where the work resides. Allowing as a personality to get enlightened by your own heart. To understand that enlightenment and embrace it. Because it is the time of the ascension. It is the time of that union of polarities and how it works. Yes, there is a lot of healing that needs to happen. It is true that the masculine is a protector. But it got into one point that the women needed to be protected from the protectors, isn't it? What happened inside of you that you became so afraid of love that your personality didn't want it to actually love anymore, thinking that love is pain because that's what the system told you. They told you so many lies, and the programming of the masculine and the programming of the feminine was so completely absolute. What happened to that woman aspect that she felt so wounded at early age, thinking that she needed to be programmed to just to give her power away, and sexuality was a big deal. All this distortion happened that the woman aspect, it needed to find her way, that sacredness of the feminine. It needed to find her way. And the one who heals, it is the Great Mother. You learn from your mother the way that you relate with love. You learn from your father the way of living. And for such a long time it has been such a distorted teachings, isn't it? Yet, here is the Great Mother talking to you, guiding you in that way, healing every aspect of yourself. Healing every part of you that it has been so completely distorted. And finding a way to see a very different understanding of life. The whole planet, it's part of that polarity. It's electromagnetic. And that, when you use it together, it really becomes one. That's where life comes about. In this planet, everything comes from that feminine. And if you think about your creations, first, you have it within your own self. You create it inside of you, and then you bring it into manifestation, isn't it? So wanting to change the manifestation, it won't work until you change that inside through healing. When you change that perception, when you embrace and being able to trust yourself, when you accept that enlightenment that it is coming from within, you are that Holy Spirit. And you are one and the same. You are the one who's able to walk into many worlds. You are the one that it is awakening this powerful cosmic way of thinking. And the understanding that this very beautiful planet is part of a big community in the multiverse, isn't it? So are you. So are you as the beautiful human being that you are. Don't be afraid of love. What is that reflection that you have as your own partner? What is it in that harmonic resonance that you don't need to lower your energy just to find a match? That you are able to hold on within your own self, in your own vibration, and recognizing that there is much more to enlighten. That you don't need to just lower your vibration to relate. We are entering into this powerful wave of Olin. Olin means movement. Everything that it was stuck, you can find the flow now. If you're recognizing those aspects of yourself that they are stuck. In those aspects of yourself that it still feels that you need to contribute to a patriarchal system. Instead of bringing your creations into a higher realm and being conscious about it. Instead of using the energy to raise your consciousness, means accepting that enlightenment that comes from within. There is all these movements that it is going on everywhere in the world with so many people now that they are listening within you, that incredible guidance that it is teaching you the many worlds, a different perception of reality, an understanding that it is unfolding as we speak. Such a powerful times. Today, We're having ceremony at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Times. Join us. Join us in this prayer for all humanity. For all humanity to be able to recognize the true human being, the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine, holding hands, the triad that it is speaking into many, many, many levels, and raise that consciousness and embrace peace as we speak. I want to remind you that we do have the school online. Join us. We're just starting. Visit our website, magdalas.com. That is MAGDALAS.com. And download the app, Messages from the Great Mother, that it is available in your phone. It is so beautiful to realize all these little perfect synchronicities of the Mother. Thank you for your incredible work, and happy Equinox. Join us in ceremony, wherever you are. I am here with you all the way. I am you. Tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate.